we go again. Rolex, Rolex, Rolex. Look at that right there. GMT Master. As I walk around with my Breitling Geneve on my wrist, it takes me to a time of simplicity, a time, in my opinion, of more stylish watches. Breitling as a company fascinates me, considering one of my grail pieces is a Breitling Navitimer. One of the coolest entertainers, one of my favorite personal entertainers, Miles Davis, wore a Navitimer almost up until his death in 1991. This 1956 Breitling Geneve, being very classy and durable, adds to my sweet spot and further makes me love Breitling even more. I added the red strap to it because I felt it would make it stand out even more. Definitely for me elevated this watch as well as making my wrist feel solid. Several different iterations of this watch was made with the dotted applied indices appearing around the top of the hour markers instead of the inside of the hour markers on the dial. Movement is a clean Swiss 17 jewel manual wind with Breitling stamped on it, as you see on the top right. Again, it's a very clean movement that appears to have been taken care of over the years. It has been running flawless without any issues. I love the way the crown on this watch looks, very easy to wind and set. There are some very appealing Breitling wristwatches from the 1940s and 50s. But these are not what collectors immediately think of as classic vintage Breitling material. Some of them are most of their chronographs from their era, and also like the Navitimer. We have a stainless steel case back, again with Breitling stamped on it. The back has a case reference number of 291129. This number is usually a point of reference, but also having the watch stamped Breitling on the movement and the case back further clears how authentic this watch is. The inside of the case back has a point of reference for the year, and that number is 745325, with the piece being made in 1956. I think the dial is magnificent. Love the old school vintage look. Love the applied B at the top of the dial. The hour, minute, and seconds hand go well with the applied indices. Case diameter is 34 millimeters, not including crown. And I'm really beginning to really like this size, like between 34 and 36 millimeters on a watch. The case shape is very nice, very classic for the time. Under the sun, I feel like this watch gives whole new dimensions with it having an off-white color to it. The only downside is, and not really, is the lugs in between are 17 millimeters, which is not a big deal, but sometimes it can be a big deal if you can't find the right strap in that particular size, or you just have to settle for less. It's a good thing that I did find a nice red strap that I really like for this piece at 17 millimeters. So overall, this watch would be welcome into any collection if you ask me. The thing is, there's so much value in going vintage and getting a humble watch that looks good on the wrist, as well as the straps aspect, changing it up, creating different looks and combos. I believe this Breitling Geneve is a solid watch with a solid Swiss movement. Not only that, with being founded in 1946 and the history and the heritage that Breitling has, they knocked this one out of the park. And that's just my opinion. Again, I love this vintage look, so let's get into it. This your boy P. Ross. You know what I'm saying? And people, please stay safe out there. The COVID cases are rising in certain cities. Make sure you're wearing your mask, you're staying 6 feet apart, following all the COVID rules so that you don't get sick and so that you stay safe. This your boy P. Ross, and I'm out. Peace.